Hey people, how y'all doing out there? We on the air now. Try to get this stuff
My
off.
partner is going off. Keep on going off, man.
Man, shoot, there's so much stuff going on. They done went over there to Ukraine and sent an emissary over there and getting ready to set that goddamn the prime minister, the president of Ukraine up. They telling him he need to come over to Turkey so they can stab him in the back and throw a peace agreement on him and everything and tell him he gonna have to give up half his fucking country to Russia. That they gonna cut amount of arms that they supposed to have, and they can't have no and they gonna cut down their goddamn army. But he's supposed to sign a fucking peace deal. Guess what? The Europeans and stuff found out what the hell was going on, told him and stuff and everything, so he didn't have to come over there and get stabbed in the back again. Every time Trump get his ass over there to do something, he stabs him in the goddamn back. Zelensky, he like a goddamn porcupine. That motherfucking Trump, he done sat down there, Trump and cussed him out. The vice president and cussed him out. Every time you come over there, you ain't shit. And now they get ready to take his daggone country from him. What kind of crap is that? You got to be kidding me, Ted. You got to be, these people got to be damn fools. Now, he trying to get India to come back under the fold. India already left and gone with the daggone BRICS people. Okay, so he finally gets a hold. The prime minister told him he ain't talking to him at all. So he sent Bassett over there to talk to the daggone the trade man and stuff to see what they can do, so they wouldn't buy no Russian oil. So the offer that they gave him and stuff, you don't buy the Russian oil, we gonna sell you some gas and everything and ship it over here to you all, and they told him how much this shit gonna cost them or nothing. He must think them people fools. Russia and China and India and all of them, they done kicked the United States money out of their goddamn trade deal. They ain't even trading in the fucking United States dollars anymore. They trading in their own daggone coins and stuff and everything and their own stuff. And America has been thrown out of the daggone trade deals now. Every last one of these countries out here now, Ted, is trading in their own goddamn coins, their own currency. They don't even trade in dollars anymore. Africa started to do the same daggone thing. They went down to South Africa and they're making deals with South Africa and say, you ain't got to worry about putting our U.S. money. We'll take y'all Krugerrands or wherever else currency they got, and we'll just trade back and forth that way. Fuck the United States. We ain't getting to that daggone stuff. Cutting us out. This shit is messed up. This nigga up there, I'm calling him a nigga, he's a nigga, up there screwing up this whole daggone country. Now he didn't got it out that he gonna give out $2,000. And they putting that shit out there now. Everybody in America, all people who file taxes, they gonna send them a check for $2,000. It's all over the news. The money coming in this month. On the 29th, they're gonna start sending out money and stuff put in everybody's account. If you file your taxes, they're gonna direct deposit the money into your account. And on the 29th, they're gonna start sending out paper checks to people who ain't got direct deposit money. And on the 25th, they're gonna start sending checks out for $2,000. So people said out there now, they wait on that money. Yeah, Trump getting ready to send us some money. he done told Marjorie Taylor Greene, God damn it, you a traitor. You ain't no MAGA no more. And you ain't and we're gonna primary you. The people in the district where she at, that she controlled, told Trump to kiss their butt. Marjorie Taylor is their daggone representative, and they don't give a crap who he put out there as her fucking primary stuff. She gonna win.
Well, that scheme worked.
He think he gonna dog her out. And she's sitting back there and said they tit for tat on him. His daggone rally cry and stuff and everything sitting out there. Now, Margaret Taylor done agreed and sat down there and told the American people and all the folks out there, I'm sorry I signed that daggone this Great America Act that they got going out, that bill going out. She said, I did the wrong daggone thing, and I'm sorry by doing that. That was a mistake on my part. That big, beautiful bill, she said, I signed it, and I shouldn't have. I should have looked at it. Couldn't believe she said that.
Should we forgive her?
I don't know. They actually Democrats. They actually Jasmine Crockett should she forgive her. She said, I don't know. We're gonna have to find out.
Well, Karen said no. Karen Hunt.
You remember they sent that daggone agreement, the CRR, that the Senate had passed and everything, and sent to the daggone House to be passed, and they found out that they had all them 8 motherfucking senators saying that they're gonna sue the government bill for $500,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so people, the Republicans there in the House, and said, well, we got to send this thing through because we can't send this thing back and forth. So they went ahead and signed that shit. Guess what they just did? They
Did they
tried.
reject
They
it?
done. They done filed. They done filed a daggone agreement and stuff and everything to cancel out them people's money that they thought they had. It's too late. The Senate ain't gonna sign that shit. They already asked the Senate about it. But they passed it. Then we're gonna pass this thing so they can't get that money. And they're getting ready to send it over there to the Senate, and the Senate
Some of them
president.
gonna get over. They're gonna get over 500,000, bro.
Well, whatever. But they were going to send it back over there to the Senate because they passed the law on the House side, and now they're saying over to the Senate, so you all need to sign this so they can get that money. The majority leader already told them shit. That shit dead on the water. We ain't doing shit. So they ripped eight of them senators and ripped us off for over $500,000. $500,000 or more.
Well, you know, today I was listening to. Have you ever heard of Steve Copley? He's a one of those radicals, independent person who put. He's like Dick Gregory. He was like Dick Gregory, and he would put things together as far as how this country has been operating over the centuries and how it has transcended even further into all the conspiracies. And then he has receipts for each one of those conspiracies. That's why I say I'm a conspiracist. Because all the reading I did independently on my own through the years, the stuff that he was saying, and the first time I ever heard of this guy, I was reading all up on that. All the little different things that he was talking about the dollar, about the Masons and uh, the Fairchilds, all of that stuff. There is organizations, the secret society and organizations. I even have the book I think it's called the Nurembergs or something like that in Georgia. They had the meeting. I got the book on that and read it. But the point is that when you look at all of these things that's happening, there is a reason for everything because they have a main goal. The chaos is for a reason. You know, you can get pissed off about what they're doing or what they're not doing and that kind of thing. But the whole thing is that, you know, you have these people that are Masons and you have these people that are Nazis. and they are really pretty much setting in their own goal. They don't believe in they believe in the devil. They don't believe in God. You know, they pretend they believe in God, but they really worship the devil. A lot of these people. That's why you have all of this thing with Epstein. These child molesters and all that. Some of these children are sacrifices. We don't even know all the stuff that they're doing under the table, behind the doors, and all that stuff. But it's so much stuff that's going on that the newspaper people can't print it. And a lot of them know about all of this stuff. Like he was talking about the assassination of Kennedy and all that stuff when Reagan got shot. All those things are part of their goal for us taking over. And now we have these over excessive billionaires. And I think here in America we got over pretty close to 1,000. And around the world we got another 1,500, 2,000 billionaires, people with money. Now, what do you think that money is? We talking billions and billions of dollars. Some of it, of course, is in stock, but a lot of it is in cash, gold, uh, overseas, hidden different places, and what have you. And here we are, American people, and the world, because there's 8 billion of us. But the thing is, you got to realize, man, you know, it wasn't too long ago, 40 years ago, we only had 5 billion people in this country, in the world. Now we got 8 billion. So there are people out there that's doing something right as far as keeping these people alive, uh, babies being born, even though a lot of people have been killed. A lot of things is happening. But here's the thing, they have kept so many people in the dark, dumbed down, what have you, do not do critical thinking, do not do their research, do not do all the things they're supposed to do as citizens, like vote. 90 million of you, we can take this country. But you can't take it if you don't vote and you don't put the right people in office. You mentioned Green, Marjorie Terry, or whatever her name is, Marjorie Green. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. She just waking up. She just waking up. This is
We
what's so
know
sad about it.
Yeah, we know what's going on with her. She got pissed off at Trump because he ain't doing. He been avoiding her ever since he became president and stuff. He been at treating her like she ain't shit. He walked by her stuff, don't even acknowledge her or whatever. She done got pissed off at her. That's what's wrong. And then her children got messed up in that daggone healthcare thing. He overcharged them kids, and she never even thought about that stuff when she signed that daggone bill that this shit is affecting my children. Now it also is affecting a lot of other senators and House of Representative family members also. But she was the only one that spoke out about it. That's why they have not done anything to her. They have not censored her. They're not told her to stop anything. She doing exactly what the rest of them people are trying to say, and she's standing up. And Trump done threatened her daggone life and everything, told her, well, these people are threatening me. She said, so what? You should have thought about that stuff before you come over here and say something to me. I don't care. But Jasmine Crockett said, "But they're going. If that's how you feel about it and stuff, let's take that money away from him. That we protecting his butt. What? We got the power to do it.
Well, they got 230. They passed $230 million for protection.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. And they got that. They can the House and the Senate. The Senate can stop that. Stop paying that money. We ain't protecting you. You won't protect us. We ain't protect you. But they won't do it.
Well,
You
all I'm
don't.
getting, the thing is that here's the thing that the American people is all on the American people. It's not on Congress. It's not on, yeah, they make policy, they make laws and all that. But if you put the right people in there that's going to go for your interests, like Green has woke up and realized, okay, I see now. Her eyes is open to a certain degree. However, the point is that the American people have to wake up and get their ass out there and vote. Right now, 2026 is the most important thing that's going right now. That is the most important thing. We have to get the House. The Democrats have to get the House. If this man is going to destroy further this country, if we don't get out there and get these people motivated to get out there and vote, we're gonna be in a piss poor state, man, because this man is taking us down, um, never land, bro. I mean, how you gonna sit there?
That's you talking about a whole year away. He can destroy this daggone country before that whole year is up.
You're right. He's
He
doing
can
it
did it.
now.
He did it in 10. He did it in 10 months. You know, screwed up so bad in 10 months. Only God knows what he can do and stuff. And if we allow him one more year, we might not even have a country then. We might be broke, belly up. I don't know. We got debt up to our neck. We swimming in bad money, bad debt. Now they sitting down there trying to sell bonds to anybody who can buy them, and people ain't buying them because they know they selling their bonds. We in trouble. I don't know if we gonna be able to make it to that year till 2026 when the House get in there. We ain't we might not make it. That's how bad it is.
Well, here's the thing, when you have a Congress that's been out of office for 2 months and they get on the floor and start praising their constituents, the ones that's doing good work in their communities, which is fine, which is admirable. However, that ain't what you should be doing and concentrating on right now, and what you should be discussing. What you should be out there is debating of all the BS that's going on right now, not only in this country, but around the world. The man is sitting out here sending out military people in 4 or 5 cities. He got ICE running wild, mistreating people. You got all kinds of things that's going on that needs to be handled. But they sitting up here doing what they're doing instead of doing the people's work and arguing, playing politics. They so busy worrying about getting reelected instead of caring about this country and putting it back on track. So I don't know what to say, bro. Like you say, you just listen to some of these people and they don't know what they're talking about on YouTube and everything, and they all talking about some of the files has been released, and they talking about the files indefinitely. The little information that they have, but man, they got videos out there that need to be released. They got videos showing different people taking advantage of these children. They can hide the faces, but they can show the faces of those violators. But they ain't gonna do that. This right here is gonna be hidden. I mean, they're gonna fight it every nick and cranny. And this is why the Democrats need to be out there, putting it out there. Not only the problem with the health care, not only the problem with the job situation now. They sitting up here lying about the jobs, talking about it's 4.4%. It only went up, clicked up, a tenth of a percent or a point. They lying. A couple of days from now, they're gonna release the real numbers, and it's gonna jump up to 5 to 6%, if not more.
Could be a lot more than that.
So, but the point is that these people are not doing their job. They're not doing their
It's not
job.
the fact that they're not doing their job, Ted. They don't want to do their job.
Oh, there
They
you
don't
go.
want to do it. They don't want to do it. It's not that they're not doing it. They don't want to do it. Trump doesn't want them to put out bad numbers. You see, the Bureau of Labor Statistics man put out the numbers and stuff. As soon as he put the numbers out, he fired him. I don't like them numbers. So he fired him. So they don't want to do it. If they put out bad numbers and stuff, they might lose their job. That's crazy. The man was hired to do a job. He did his job. He put the numbers out. And the president said, "You fired. I don't like them numbers. Make me look good. Kiss my butt." And that's all they doing. They show him in a daggone cabinet meeting. Every last one of them sitting around, they praising him like, "Oh, get out. Yeah, you the master. You the hero. You the art of the deal. Everything is good. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, we wouldn't have this. He done stopped 8 wars." You even got the Speaker of the House standing up there and said, "Yeah, the man he done stopped 8 wars." Knowing he lying. But he might well be Trump. You Speaker of the House. You ain't got to sit there and follow that man. You got a whole House of Representatives, Democrats and Republicans, that you are responsible for. But you're going to sit down there and spout some lies that man said, knowing that man told a lie. He ain't stopped no damn 8 wars in 8 months. He went before the daggone UN and talked for almost an hour. And everything he said was a lie. I stopped 8 wars. And didn't a person in that daggone building clap or say anything other than his people. They just sat there and just looked at him and said, "This is the man who is supposed to be running the free world." I know what's going through their head. You can look at him and say, "We is following a fool." and they haven't invited him back to holler anything since then. You got to be kidding me, Ted. We got I don't know what to say, man. Like I just said before we got on the air, we in chaos. Total chaos. This man has created total chaos around the world. In our country too. And anybody out there will tell you they can't trust him. If they can't make deals with him because they can't trust him. He might wake up tomorrow and say, "Oh, well, I don't like that. I'm gonna increase their daggone tariff another 50%." And they're coming out now and saying that, but we can't trust them. And most people are saying, "Well, we going to the Far East and stuff and everything. Do our business over there to Vietnam and Indonesia, all them other little countries over there in China. Because whatever they say, we can trust them that they're going to do what they say they're going to do. But they can't trust us. You have to have some trust, man, some kind of confidence in yourself. You can't go out there and keep telling people lies, and you can't keep beating the people over the head. They're not going to take that mess. They're not children.
Well, I'll tell you another thing he did. He had anybody that talked against Charlie Kirk, emailed or whatever, they went out their way and looked these people up, and 600 people got fired. 600 people got fired. This is how petty the stuff is going on. Any little thing that you do, he was talking to an ABC person. She was asking him questions about certain things, and he started talking about her and her. We need to shut down ABC.
Who that lady he called Piggy? He called one of the reporters Piggy. You a piggy.
Yeah.
Somebody was on the plane with him and stuff, and he called her a piggy. You
Yeah.
piggy. You don't do people like that. You can't. There got to be some kind of respect, Ted, in that office that he's in. You got to respect something. You can't just beat everybody over the daggone head and expect them to sit there and follow you and stuff blindly. They're not going to do it. Any good leader, Ted, and you know this, if you over and you in charge of someone, your people who are following you have to believe in you and have trust in you. Any military general will tell you that. My people have to have faith in me that I'm going to lead them in the right direction. If they don't have faith in me, they're not going to follow me. You cannot build a company. You cannot do anything unless the people behind you got faith in you that you're going to do the job and that you're going to lead them in the right direction. If they find out you're not, they're not going to follow you, and you're going to fail. You're going to fail. I had supervisors and superintendents underneath me and stuff, and I would tell them, I trust you to do your job. Whatever you do, I trust you. And with that trust and stuff and everything, we built something out there. We did things. We changed stuff around and improved stuff and everything because of that. Because I trusted them to do their job. And I understood that everybody is not the same. You can't treat everybody the same way. Each and every one of them have their own strengths. You have to know their strength and you have to know their weaknesses. And if you don't know that, you are not going to be a good leader. He's got the U.S. Attorney General sitting out there and telling her to indict people. You indict them. And she's a fool and go out there and do it. Now they're sitting there in the daggone courthouse and everything, and these judges and stuff are trying to unravel their mess that they didn't cause. Because the people that she sent out there to do the work and everything didn't do the right job. Come to find out, the lady and stuff who filed the charges against Comey and stuff the grand jury didn't even indict the man. But she brought an indictment against him that the grand jury did not even know about. And she finally had to admit it on court. The judge brought her up there and put her in the stand and asked her, did they do this? She said no, they didn't sign that indictment. Because she knew she had lied, she had been in big trouble. She had been out for perjury because they already had the case on already. The judge already knew the answer to it. But she had to say, the judge put out something, put you on the stand. Did they sign this? Yes or no? No, they did not sign it, Judge. She said, we got a problem. Incompetent people following him. And probably all of them daggone cases and stuff that they got going on out there, for all them daggone prosecutors that they've been putting up there in charge of people, a bunch of them people going to lose their daggone indictments and everything because they were illegally put in charge. We might have hundreds of prisoners and stuff and criminals going free because of this mess that he done started. We ain't reached the tip of the iceberg yet. Some of these daggone attorneys are salivating at the mouth and everything. So, yep, I'm bringing my case up there, be back to the daggone court because they were not supposed to prosecute my client, and they're going to have to let them go. We in trouble.
There's always consequences.
We in trouble because he don't know what the hell he doing. Putting people out there telling them what he wake up at night, oh, we're going to do this. And them people sit down there and follow him. Yep, we will do it. Did you hear that old crazy stuff, man, that the CDC cabinet member said that Kennedy did? The CDC had already had, man, I'm trying to think of how that thing went. Anyway, they had some kind of disease that was going around, and he was telling the people and stuff now, well, we're going to continue to go on and use this disease and stuff and everything because it's not going to hurt anybody. They already said this stuff was going to hurt people. But he said, no, we're going to go ahead and do it. So they done changed the daggone law now that they're going to go ahead and run that stuff on through, knowing that stuff might hurt some people. Ted, we got dangerous infections and diseases and stuff floating around in our hospitals and stuff right now. These surgeons and stuff, they ain't saying nothing, but they scared to fucking death that they might die of some kind of virus that's getting ready to come. I told you what had to happen to me, and everybody that come up in there, they have to have special motherfucking soap and everything to wash up any patient that come in there to these daggone surgeries and stuff that's going on in this country now. Anybody. They give you this special soap and then they make you wash yourself up again before you get in there because these people, they got germs and stuff going around that they have no idea what it's about. And they are afraid. But ain't nobody saying nothing. They made me do it. 3 days before I went there, they gave me some special soap and everything to wash my body with, get them germs off of me and diseases or whatever infection I got on me. They were definitely afraid that I was going to get infection inside of my daggone wound that I had. So I had to take some special drugs and stuff and everything to fight off them daggone bacteria. They gave me 3 pills I got to take every 8 hours. We got some stuff going on, buddy, coming around here, but it ain't nobody saying shit about it. But these folks in these daggone hospitals know it. Ain't nobody opening their mouth and saying anything. He done destroyed the CDC, so we don't even know we can't even figure out what the hell going on. What the hell going to happen when the 1st of January come along and all these hospitals closes down because they done cut that money off to Medicaid? $1 trillion. They already know. Some of these people out in these open areas know. The hospitals already told them, we're going to have to shut down.
You know, the morale, you know, we talking here and we, you know, pretty much right now we're okay. We're fine. Think about this. Those people, the janitors, the nurses, the administrators, the doctors, the nurses, what they gonna do? Their livelihood is gone. They spent all that time building up that hospital or that clinic, serving their community. And they're telling them, okay, no more funds coming in to keep the doors open. Because you can only charge so much. You have to have assistance. Because, you know, it's not like a thriving inner city hospital where you got thousands of people in and out of the hospital. In those outlining areas, you might, you know, see 50 people a day.
They don't have
You
enough
might have
revenue.
beds
They,
open
they, they need those federal dollars, Ted, to stay open.
to stay open in
They
order so
need them
that
federal dollars to stay open.
those people can get services, emergency
Absolutely.
services. Because other than that, they're going to have to go 50 miles, 30 miles out of the way.
Or more. Especially them people up there in Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, them man, hell, you don't even see people in 50 miles. You can drive 50 miles and don't see nobody. Those areas up there are gonna be in big trouble. You drive through Nebraska, man. I've driven through the Nebraska, man, on the highway. Shit, you don't see nothing out there, man, for miles and miles, nothing but corn and soybean. That's it. You might go 100 miles and don't even see a gas station. So any hospital that they got, it's gonna close down. They don't have any federal dollars to keep them open, and their representatives don't give a crap. If you ask them about it, we'll deal with it later. throw the daggone problem back behind instead of try to deal with that. And people are going to die because of this. They are going to die.
Yep.
I don't know what to say, man. I'm just disgusted, man. Everywhere I look, every turn that I make, and we are not dealing with this whole daggone problem here. And it starts from right there in that goddamn White House. It starts right there. He's supposed to be the leader of this country, along with the leader of the free world. He's not a
Well,
leader.
you can't depend on him. The thing is that I blame the House and the Senate. That's who I blame. Because, see, they have the right to impeach all of them. They're not taking care of business. They're not doing the right things. And they know it. They know it. This man is using false pretense of emergency. You know, the reason why he bringing in these military people. He's sitting up here arresting undocumented people that's been here for years or trying to get their papers correct and everything. And then they take these people off to Never Land. We don't know where he's taking these people. This right
No
here is not
idea.
right.
Once they go into that system, they're in a black hole. And their families can't find out nothing about where they at, where they went to, or where they took them to.
This is not right.
It's
See,
not.
here's the thing. You know, the one thing that I have to give Steve Copley, you know, even though he was kind of militant and a little radical, you reap what you sow. That's a universal law, bro. You reap what you sow. And that's why I always say things always get better. It has to be worse. It get bad, and it might even get a little worse, but it always gets better because people hit a spot and say, wait a minute, and they feel the pain. And might not even be in the pain, but they feel the pain because they see the pain. And so there are people out there that will do the right thing. Some people they're not even paying attention, or they sort of kind of ignoring it. But once they start seeing the pain and seeing the pain and seeing the pain, then some people are going to start stepping up. And I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to get better. And they're going to realize that, hey, this is America. We are the light of the world. We're supposed to be. We are a free world. There are things that, yeah, it's kind of out of hand, but at the same time, that's the legislation. That's the Congress and the Senate. That's their job. They should be debating all kind of stuff, discussing things, and not playing politics, trying to get reelected. They want to keep their little $250,000 job or whatever it is. But hey, you can't blame them on some of them, because they ain't never had nothing. But the bottom line is, man, this is about the people. But then in their mind, the people don't care because they already know 90 million people didn't vote. So why should they care? When you got 90 million people that did not vote, the Republicans say, why should we care? We're going to keep our base strong, regardless how cuckoo cocoa puffs they are. That's our base. They vote. And their leading commander is 47. So that's what they do. But I have to commend the Democrats. They are stepping out. A lot of them are stepping out in the red states. A lot of them are talking to people in different states and trying to do their best to explain to these people what's going on and that they're really for your best interest. This ain't all about liberalism and progressivism. A lot of these people are moderate. That's the reason why Virginia won. That's why New Jersey won. This ain't about extreme left. This is about America and making the American people better so that they can live their life like it's supposed to be. It's like you just said earlier, too much chaos. It's unnecessary chaos. Now he's going to cut the doggone tariff so they can bring the prices down.
Ain't that crazy? He been telling people for 2 months, prices ain't going up, prices ain't going up. And now all of a sudden he cutting it down. He knew them daggone prices was high, but he was lying to the American people. Now some of the food tariffs is going down. Not all of them. Some of them is going down. Because he don't want to completely admit that he was wrong for 2 months, telling people there's nothing wrong, food prices not high. You sitting there telling these American people who go into the store every day, they see them prices, they know they're going up. And you gonna lie to them. Eventually them lies are gonna catch up. And they have. They done caught up with it. He kept on telling a lie. The food prices is low. How you gonna tell people who go into the store, Ted, that the food prices ain't? It's, man, this is too much.
Well, here's the
And
killer, I
they in
think.
there, their food bill has gone up at least what, almost $100 a month more.
Yep.
And now you telling these people and stuff that the food prices ain't going up, and they in the store every day buying food for their family. They know it's going up. They spending more money for food. These people are out there spending money, credit cards and stuff and everything, living on credit and stuff to pay their daggone bills, to buy food for their family. They doing everything they can and stuff to live, to stay in their homes and stuff and everything right now. Because they don't want to be homeless, but they afraid. All of them. They're going to sleep at night. These parents are going to sleep at night. I feel sorry for them, Ted. I'm not kidding. They got children sitting over there. They don't even know how to feed them. What am I going to do? What credit card can I use now to go out there and buy something? Or what credit card can I use to pay the daggone light bill or the gas bill? Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Eventually, it's going to catch up with them. They're not going to be able to keep up. And don't let something happen where they got a car break down where they can't get back and forth to work. If that happens and stuff, they're in trouble. They can throw their hands up and forgive them. Say, please, mister, don't throw me out of my house. Or keep the gas on in my house, keep the lights on so my children can have some lights. What kind of Thanksgiving holiday we gonna have next week? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I think what's really makes him move in a certain way is right now, just a few days ago, the stock market had reached an all time high, almost 49,000. Now it's down to 45. Do you realize that in 1987, I think it was, if the stock market wasn't even 1,100 points total, and it dropped down three or four or 500, it was like a what? It was people went crazy. This thing went down almost 3,000 points. That's a big deal, bro. Now we already know that the stock market is inflated, so there was some profit taking because the holidays is coming. All of those officers and CEOs and all that, they selling some of their shares so that they can have a lot of money for the holidays. But at the same time, it still went down over 3,000 points. And when he's seen that, he know when the stock market started tanking, that's a problem because that's the only saving grace he had going, the stock market. That and the border. He stopped the border. One thing, I mean, I'm gonna pat him on the back for that. He stopped these people from coming in here. Now, as far as the drug thing, I do not agree of bombing those boats. I do not agree to that. But the one thing that you have to do is stop this influx of drugs. And then the thing is, here's the thing is, why come they're not doing a campaign of getting these people off these drugs? Because somebody's making a whole lot of money off them drugs. That's an inside job. That's just my opinion. Somebody's making a whole lot of money on them drugs. Because the American people, they are infatuated with these drugs. They love to, get high. There are a lot of people dropping these pills. They smoking their marijuana. You got your cocaine users. You got your heroin users. And a lot of them is dysfunctional. They can function. They can go to work and do all the things they normally do using those drugs. But the point is, it gets into the wrong people's hands, and then those people get addicted. There are people that's strong enough to use the drugs for recreational use, and then boom, they don't even touch it for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But you got people that's using these drugs every day, and they get addicted. And so that's why it's keep on flowing in, flowing in, flowing in. They already said in the last 10 years, an average of well over between 80 and 100,000 people overdose. That's just drugs alone. So when you got that many people all those years that's been dying of overdose, no telling how many people are just addicted to this stuff. That's why people. That's the reason why, in my opinion, they allowed the marijuana to go through because people gonna use marijuana, bro, no matter what. I don't care if it's legal or illegal. That's the kind of nation we're in right now. They can sit up and say we're a Christian nation if you want to, and there's a lot of Christians and people that call themselves Christ followers. But the point is, you got Christ follower people using marijuana and stuff. People going people gonna do things that they want to do no matter what. That's just where it is. If they want to buy prostitution, and you remember the big deal was prostitution. They was getting prostitutes off the street. Hell, you saw the video. I saw the video. You go down certain parts of L.A. or any other city, and they got rows of prostitutes standing around. They ain't pulling them off the street. You got all kind of people doing all kind of stuff, man, in this country. And you got a few family members that's running around here molesting their kids and beating up on their wives and all that kind of shit. So don't come and tell me that we're a Christian nation and we like we all pie in the sky. No, but we do have potential. There are a lot of good people out there, a lot of good people. But the point is, you got to call these people that's out there doing bad shit. You got to call them out, and you got to either put them in jail or put them under therapy or do something to get these people straight. And you can't keep on giving these people giving them their weaknesses. If you weak, I can only tell people about myself. If I'm weak about something and I know that I'm weak at that, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm running away. You got to run away from that stuff. Resist temptation. Resist it. You got to run away from it because we all weak. We all weak. We all vulnerable. We all got our faults and all that. But don't sit up here and act like we just, like we the best thing since ice cream. We're not. But the only thing I'm mad about, the only thing I'm really upset about, when you got 90 million people that don't vote. That is your right as a citizen. I don't care who you vote for, but 90 million people that don't vote, don't even do their civil duty. That's a problem.
Final word, my brother.
That is my final word.
That's your final word. Oh shit. Well. All I have to say is that I am totally frustrated. I'm trying to find that that light in the tunnel. Every time they start shining through and everything, something else happens. And I'm I'm praying every day that I wake up that this thing will straighten itself out. That we will somebody or something will find a way, and that we can follow that, whoever that is. Maybe some of these new governors, mayors, people who been reelected and stuff and everything going to start changing some things and waking some people up. Hopefully, I don't know. But Ted, I'm dreading seeing January 1st come here and we don't do something about what the heck happened, because the crop is going to hit the fan when they take that $1 trillion out of them daggone budget. When they shut down these hospitals and they shut down these nursing homes, because most of these folks and stuff, your parents, grandparents who are in a nursing home gonna be in trouble.
Trouble.
They in trouble now, but they're gonna be in big trouble because they're gonna have to shut these places down because they can't operate. What are we gonna do with them? You taking food from children's mouths. So you telling a child who 14 years old and getting ready to be 15, you don't qualify to eat. That's an awful shame, man, to tell somebody that.
You know what this congressman from your state said, don't you?
States don't have any money. That's why the federal government giving them the money. They
But
don't
you know
have the
what he
money.
said? He said that when I was 14, I used to work.
But you didn't. But your parents still fed you. Ask him, did his parents still put food on the table? Yes, he worked, but when he came home, his parents had food on the table.
And the money you made, you kept.
You kept it and did what you wanted to do with it, or you might have helped pay a bill. But your parents had food on the table for you when you came home. Before you walked out that door, you had breakfast that they paid for.
That's what these people don't understand. They don't understand that.
Put them blinders on. Don't want to see the outside. I'm putting blinders on. I don't want to see that. Just like I was saying it the other day, they drive through these daggone areas where these people are living in tents, living in their cars, living in their motor homes or wherever they got, and they just put blinders on.
Well, they got dark tinted glass. They can't see in them cars.
Put them blinders on. I don't want to see that. Or they call up their daggone councilman or something. Yeah, they over there. They tearing the place up over there. You get them out of here. Where are they gonna go? Somebody else in the neighborhood? People, my people. Got to be some compassion for somebody. Got to have some compassion for somebody. You can't keep turning your head. You cannot keep turning your head. Anyway, I'll be praying for you folks every day. Talk to you later. Bye bye.